Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kendra, and this is my channel, Kendra Full of Joy. If you're new, I hope that you'll think about giving me a thumbs up or maybe make a comment and look back at other videos you might like to stay. This is an SHTF Meals Collab. It's the second one. This one I decided to do a different kind of breakfast. My scenario is that we are all on lockdown due to the whatever virus that's coming through. And so, you know, what it is. So you got to eat what you got, right? You got to take all of the stuff out of your fridge. It's going to go fast. Eat it first. Make a list of what you have. It may go longer than 2 weeks is the way I was thinking it. So this is an open multi-channel collab with the playlist in the description. Where am I? Below. And also our fearless leader, Diane from Apartment Prepper, has hosted this both times, and we love her and we thank her for doing this. And we'll go on to my breakfast. Okay, here we go. I am ready to show you my menu. Now, I am using the method where I'm going to just go ahead and grab the bits and bobs in my refrigerator and my freezer that need to be made. So it's a use it or lose it, because in this scenario, we're not going to be able to shop. We're going to use what we have. Now, first I'll use the fresh stuff up that's going to go bad. And then, you know, I'll go into my, as time passes, my canned and dry goods and, you know, that kind of thing. So I'm going to make potato bacon. Really? I have dogs. Potato bacon cheese casserole, fried eggs, broiled asparagus, and a berry bowl. These things need to be used or they're going to go bad, and used fast. Or if you have the time and you're not going to make it all, go ahead and get it shelf stable. Use your dehydrator, your freeze dryer, your canner, your freezer, whatever you have to do, but get it taken care of. The first thing that I'll be preparing is going to be my potato bacon cheese casserole. I had not heard of this recipe until I did a search yesterday on the ingredients that I have. I'm so excited to try it. What I'm going to first do is I've got these 6 potatoes, and I'm going to peel them and cube them and put them on a pot to boil, and they will become mashed potatoes in the end. Somebody asked me how my yesterday how my basil went when I used my dehydrator, and this pile here is really crispy and nice, and this pile here is not. So what I did was I decided I put little leaves and big leaves together, and I need to make them same size like that. So there you have that. So anyway, I'm not going to wash these just yet. I'm going to put them in this after I cube them and wash them then. Wash once, save me some time. Then, after they are boiled and I mash them, I'm going to mash them with these ingredients inside and or layered. So, I had some cheese left over, and it's actually the Mexican shredded blend, but there's nothing in it like that would make it taste Mexican, like, you know, that would make it taste like a taco or an enchilada. It's just got different kinds of cheeses, which is lovely, and I'm using what I have. I have, let's see if I can show you just a little bit of this spreadable cream cheese. This is the, what's it called? Oh, here we go. Chive and onion. So I'll use that. It'll just melt in and give some flavor. And this bacon was in the refrigerator from yesterday. I'm going to chop it up into little pieces and use it. And this is parsley that I had dried. I did not make it. It came from this jar. And I have just about a 1/4 cup of butter. If it needs anything else to make it the consistency that I want it, because I'm going to bake this, I'm then going to add a little bit of half and half. We'll see. I don't want to use my canned milk just yet, but if I had to, I would. Decided to go ahead and wash these because they were so dirty that they got my cutting board too dirty to cube. I didn't want to make a mud pie over there. They were dirtier than they looked. I only had to cut off a little, more than I wanted to, because, you know, if you pay for food, you want it all, but less than usual, if that makes sense. Switched out for a much bigger knife, got out this chopper thing, and I put them on the blade, pull down the handle, and they go into here, and then I put them in here. So just a little bit more to go. I'm going to see if I can show you guys how easy this is to use. Nessa's Nook, Nessa over there gave me the link to this when she used it. I could not believe it. And they're gone. And if you lay them just right, it's even faster than that, but I'm trying to hurry for the filming. Okay, so I'm done, and I'm going to put the rest of the potatoes that are in here, put them on water in the stove, and get those going. Set these up with some water now, and they're such little pieces that I'm going to watch them close on the stovetop. I don't want them to turn to mush. I want them to make a nice, bite, even though they're mashed, not to feel like just mush. So onto the stovetop they go. I'm going to go ahead and wash the asparagus again, and it has been tossed and washed and rinsed just to try to get it good and clean. And I snap mine. I don't know how the rest of you do it. I know some people cut their asparagus with a knife. I just snap it, and where it breaks is where I think God intended it to break. That's just the way I feel about it. And I take the tender bits, and in this case, I plan to put these on a cookie sheet. Well, okay, first I'm going to put them in a baggie, and you'll see this, like a Ziploc large baggie with a squirt of olive oil and some salt and pepper and some onion powder. And then I will broil them until they're just tender, and they'll go in after the potatoes are done. The potatoes are just getting where they're thinking about going on a boil now. So put the lid back on them here and wait on that. Won't be long now. It looks when you're filming it to me like it's taken forever, and this really is kind of a fast breakfast. I mean, I didn't fry the bacon because it was already fried. The potatoes are the only thing that takes a while, and that's mostly because they have to boil, and then I'm going to broil the asparagus. So anyway, you see. Here we go. I just pulled them off. They're still good and soft, but still holding their shape. So there's a quarter stick of real butter on top, and I'm just going to try to melt that through, and then I'm going to mash them. I'm not going to use a potato masher because I don't have one, but I do have a bean masher, and it works just as well. So I'm going to do that next. I just set the oven to 350 degrees. Oh, and you can see it's 1:39 in the afternoon. I'll be the last one, I probably will be, to put this video up over there for Apartment Prepper to put our list up. Oh well, that's how it goes. I second-guessed myself and came up with a recipe last minute. Got a bag here. Here's my bag, and it's just a Ziploc gallon baggie, and I put in a little bit of olive oil, some onion powder, pepper, salt. I'm going to put that on a tray and get it ready to go. It's going to go in after the potatoes go in. My potatoes are mashed. I need to tell you, this last minute addition right here, this chive and onion soft cream cheese for putting on bagels was everything. You can smell the chives. They're wonderful. It's just the tiniest bit, what's the word for it? The opposite of liquid. It's too stiff, so I'm going to put just a little bit. I don't know what that was, maybe a quarter cup, probably less, of, half and half. And then I'm going to mix it together. And this is a pre-sprayed with Pam baking dish. And, I added, again, onion powder, pepper, salt, same thing I put on the asparagus. Okay, so now I have got the amount of milk, or half and half that I wanted, and I'm going to just go ahead and add the cheese. And try to see if I can show you. So it says to cover it with foil for the first bit of time. I'm just going to do it for like 10 minutes. I don't know, maybe 15. And then, just as it's almost, after the first 15, take the foil off and let the cheese go ahead and do its beautiful browning that it does. But not too much, because you can go too far with that, and it makes it look so, not so good. So it's beautiful right now, and it's going in the oven. It just beeped, 350, 15 minutes, I think, covered with foil. I'm going to cover the foil here with this Pam, so that way it doesn't stick to the cheese. I saw Fallon, I think it was, do that yesterday. Okay, I put the asparagus in underneath the potatoes, and here's the potatoes. Now I'm going to give them that 5 minutes or so without the cover of foil. It's beautiful. My potatoes just have a little bit longer to go ahead and, you know, try to get done and brown. And I've got them on a timer behind me. I raised the heat just a little bit because I don't want them to get too dark. And I'm going to wash these, blueberries. Does anyone else keep their fresh strawberries in glass jars like this? Can be a jelly jar, any kind of jar with a lid. It extends the life incredibly long. It's a double at least what they will usually go for before they end up being yuck, you know. So that's important to remember too if you're trying to save food. Okay, these are washed. These I need to wash because I only wash them as needed, because you don't wash them before you put them in. Alrighty then, these have gotten washed, and I'm going to hull them and slice them and add them to this. Blueberry, strawberry, very medley. Using up these before they go bad. Here we go. I've got the egg. I'm just making one because I'm the only one here right now. Some pepper, some salt, and my my asparagus is done. Let me get that out. I'm so sorry for the disorganization and for the noise of the vent, the fan here. Because the reason for that is it's above 90 outside right now, and it is hot in here with this oven going. Yeah, I turned the broiler off finally. Who does this on the hottest day of the year? I should have done this days ago. I knew it was coming, right? Okay, so I just flipped my egg, a little more salt, a little more pepper. I don't like these too done, so I'm just going to give it a minute. Then I'm going to plate everything and show you the SHTF meals number 2. Let me show you how it came out. Yeah, it came out pretty nice, I think. And then I've got the berries here mixed together. I put a little bit of sugar in this time. I don't usually, I promise, but I wanted it. So I've got my fried egg, little asparagus, my favorite vegetable in the world. I'm going to call these from now on Marry Me potatoes. I know there's some other recipe that's called Marry Me something, and it came to me. I was thinking, you know, if ever I was going to call something Marry Me, I think this is it. It smells like a loaded baked potato. And we have our berry medley. And I know this is more of a, maybe like a farmhouse or bed and breakfast. But if you want to settle the family, make people feel special and not afraid, then you're going to do everything you can to do it with food, mood, lighting, music, love, touch, all of the above. Love your people. You want them to be safe in this. Take care, and thank you for allowing me in this multi-channel SHTF meal collab number 2. Bye-bye, y'all.